Thank you all so much for sharing your stories. I believe each of you mentioned flooding as a big issue for your constituents. Whether it's drawing down federal infrastructure funds under the SRFs or incorporating climate change into state planning processes or giving counties the authority to adopt enforceable building code standards, what are the biggest priorities that you see will be for the legislative session to address flooding for your constituents?
So one of the things that some of the other senators have put in place is called the Flood Infrastructure Fund. And that is a great way for our local counties and our municipalities to bring those dollars down to be able to fix their roads and their drainage systems, and love to see some money from our surplus that we're walking into hopefully go to fund and put more money in that flood infrastructure fund. And also working with, so one of the things I've learned is that water does not care about county lines, city lines. So we need our counties and our cities to work together and have a plan, because when they work together, that's when we're gonna have the greatest impact. And we have that overreaching plan. And of course, it comes down to bringing down those dollars and bringing down that expertise and making sure our cities and our counties have what they need to be able to do the job they were elected to do as well.
I'll just echo, and I forget the actual name of the fund, but I believe there is a flood
The Flood
fund.
Infrastructure Fund.
Yeah, but it's about to be depleted, and so we'll have to be looking at getting that money back in there. In my area, where I'm at, in District 127, we actually created a flood planning committee amongst our residents, and so we've included our county commissioner, our neighboring county commissioner, our congressman, which is Dan Crenshaw, and a few of the stakeholders in that area. And so we're looking at projects that are important to us there. But now we've got to keep in mind now, a project in our area might be a fix there, but it might cause a problem elsewhere. And so we got to be at the 30,000 foot level as we look. I think with all the maybe 15, hold me to it, but 15 flood planning ranges, zones, whatever, we're in Region 6. And so I know that those plans have come forward. I know that they're for comments now, we're looking at it. Our group is looking at that also. There is some legislation that we're looking at partnering up with. I think Representative Muir has gotten a bill. It didn't pass the last session. We're looking at seeing if we can get that further, get it across the line. But those are the things that we're looking at.
Yeah, unfortunately, climate change is causing a lot of catastrophes like flooding. In fact, in the country that I'm born in, Pakistan, had seen devastating flooding. 1/3 of the country was in water. It's home to 7,000 glaciers, and they were melting like anything, and that's how the country wasn't flooded. But I think we need to spend a lot of money on infrastructure, and we have the extra funds to be able to do that, because climate change will bring a lot more issues that we had not previously paid attention to. So as a team, we need to work on, get experts on board. I'm not a flood expert at all. I need to get people that are involved, that know exactly what, they have a master's degree in that, and trying to figure out how we can really work together.